My name is Ahmir Cummings. I'm a senior at Shroder High School, and this is my math component for my senior exit project for my teacher, Mr. NDI. This component consisted of me having to create 3 math problems and video record myself as I solve those math problems. Here it goes. My first problem will consist of me having to solve a system of equations by using the substitute method. Here it goes. My equation to start off with is x plus 3y equals 16 and 4x plus 9y equals 46. I'm going to start off this equation by solving for the variable x in the first equation, which is x plus 3y equals 16. Okay, once I figure out the equation I want to start off with, next I'm going to subtract 3y from both sides of the equation to get the x alone by itself. So we can x those out. Okay, now that the 3y's canceled out on this side, it leaves the x on the side by itself. Okay, so the new equation is x equals 16 minus 3y. That's the new equation we have. So now that we've found our next equation, we are going to have to, so now we've figured out what x equals, we'll have to plug x in, which is x equals 16 minus 3y. We have to plug that into our second equation, which is 4x plus 9y equals 46. Okay, so now we plug those in, which is 4 equals 6 in parentheses 16 minus 3y plus 9y equals 46. Okay, now that we have our new equation, now we have to take our new equation and solve for the variable y. Since we have two y variables, which is 3y and 9y, we have to solve for these two y's. Okay, next we have to multiply 4 times 16, which is going to give us 64. Now we have to multiply 4 times 3y, which is going to give us 12y. Plus 9y equals 46. Okay, so this is our new equation right here. 64 minus 12y plus 9y equals 46. But we still have to find the value of y in these equations. Next, we have to subtract 64 from each side of the equation. Right here, down here, 64. Okay, 64 minus 64 cancels out. That leaves us with 0. And 46 minus 64 leaves us with 18. So we go negative. Hold on one second. Okay. Next, we subtract 9y from each side. These two cancel out, and this leaves us with negative 3y over, and then we have to divide that by, to get y by itself, we have to divide negative 3y by negative 3. And over here, we still working with this side right here. So 46 minus negative 64 leaves us with negative 18. 46 minus 64 leaves us with negative 18. Then we have to also divide this by negative 3. Okay, so this side of the equation cancels out. That leaves us with y, and then negative 8 divided by negative 3. 3 goes into 18. Negative 18 divided by negative 3. Negative 3 goes into 18 6 times. So y equals 6. So for the second equation, y equals 6. Now that we've solved for the second equation. Now we solved for y, and we figured out that it's 6. We have to go back up here and figure out. We have to plug in y for the first equation and solve for x. So we take this equation, which is x plus 3y equals 16. And we have to solve for y now. We have to solve for x. We already solved for y. It equals 6. Okay. So now, first we are going to subtract 3y from each side of the equal sign to get one variable on one side of the equal sign. So this is going to cancel out, and then we're going to be left with x equals, x equals 16 minus 3y, which is right here. X equals 16 minus 3y. That's what we have on this line right here. Okay, so now we've got that. Next, we have to plug in y, okay? So next it'll be x equals 16. No, sorry, I messed up. Hold on. Okay, I figured out what the problem was. Now that's wrong. X equals, we have to do the 3. X equals 3, and we have to plug in the 6 from the last equation that we did, which was, we figured out y equals 6, so we plug in the 6 in, and then we go equals 16, the 16 from right here. So our equation is x equals 3 parentheses and parentheses 6 equals 16. So next we have to multiply. We have to multiply 3 and 6, and we'll get 18. X equals 18, which equals 16. Okay, now we have to subtract 18 from both sides of that equation to figure out x. So those two, 18 minus 18, that cancels out, that gives us 0. 16 minus 18. 16 minus 18 leaves us with what? Negative 2. So that's what x equals. We solved for x and we got negative 2. Okay. In our previous equation, we solved for y and we got 6. So therefore, the coordinates for our graph are going to be negative 2 and 6. X, negative 2 is x, and 6 is y. So now we have to go down here to our graph and chart our coordinates, which is negative 2, we go down to 1, 2, and positive 6, we go to the right 6, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to, that'll be right here. So that's our coordinate for the graph, and we've got our answer. So that's the end of my problem that's my answer for my problem 1.